Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift Worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift Worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift Worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, it is Monday evening here in the UK, down on the south coast of England, and I'm joining everybody else on Zwift for Monday Run Club. Monday Run Club is a gentle start to your training week, so let's see how gentle it is. Good evening everybody, we're watching Facebook chat. Oh no! Dead stop. Oh no, it's not a dead stop, it's a weird... one of those weird things where we now speed up really fast while we catch up again. It was really quick and then it slows down again. Okay, Sebastian, hello, good evening, Cousins family, he says, thank you. And anyone else who's watching on... Oh, I haven't done Facebook yet, I haven't done Facebook. Hang on, let me put Facebook chat on. Bear with, bear with. Okay, there we are. Beat the Tortoise says good evening. Kieran Roberts says good evening. Paul Deering says happy birthday, Victoria. Tina Beard says hello, everyone. Steve Smith, hi all. Steve Milne says good evening all. This is my debut event, says Steve. Group C for me to see how I get on. Good luck, Steve. Thanks for joining us today. Clive Finnemore says good evening. Paul Deering, good luck, Steve. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm more worried about the kids not fighting outside in the garden. They're playing outside on the trampoline. I'm just hoping they don't break into fisticuffs. Last thing we want on Victoria's birthday. So we've had a nice day. Went out for a run this morning. And it was a beautiful sunny day. And then when we came back, we went out for coffee. So all good. And so we'll just get Monday Run Club done. I'm sure Monday Run Club gets later and later every week. It's now 7:45. It used to be 7:30, and then it went to 7:35, and now it's 7:45. I'm sure it's changing every week. Paul Deering says happy birthday, Victoria. Neil Messenger says happy birthday, Victoria. So Victoria is 28 again today. Right, Group A tonight for Monday Run Club. Monday Run Club is 10.6 kilometres, and it's basically just a progressive run. We just get quicker and quicker as the run goes on. And there's no slowing down really. And we've got Clive Finnemore, Paul Hayward, Dwight, Salim Adrian, Paul Deering, Shaba from France, Salim and Shaba from France. Hello guys. Schaefer from the USA, and Marcus and Lavi are a bit ahead of us. And then there's Group B and Group C, and Group D I think as well. So Group A and B tends to do the same thing until we get to the last 3 kilometres, and then we separate, I think, from what I recall of Monday Run Club. Jean van der Volt says happy birthday, Victoria. Yes, so if you are friends with Victoria on Facebook, go and give her a big happy birthday message or something, or comment on her Strava from today. She did 30 kilometres today, so what's that, 19 miles? So Victoria ran 19 miles this morning with no fuel, so we were burning fat all the way. Marcus Holmes says happy birthday, Victoria. Marcus always appears from nowhere, doesn't he? At the top of the page there. We've no idea where Marcus is, and he just appears secretly at the top there. Could be anywhere on the course, anywhere in Watopia, and Marcus just kind of pops up. John Shaw says happy birthday, Victoria. Tonya Page is leading the ZLDR tonight by the looks of things. Debbie Colville, happy birthday, Victoria. Jean van der Vold's birthday is on Easter Monday, so not far away for Jean's birthday. And we are still in the 1 mile warm-up, but really, we don't really count it, because we don't count it as a warm-up. Because it basically, the whole run, we just get quicker and quicker every kilometre. Jean says, don't miss my birthday. I don't know why he's focusing in on the ladies. Surely he doesn't want the blokes to miss his birthday either. Okay, my legs just need to relax a bit. A bit stiff after this morning, so just hope they chill out a bit. Still got 9.5 kilometres left to run, and it's not going to get any easier. That said, it shouldn't be overstressing. We should have a fairly comfortable heart rate through this. Unless I talk constantly all the way through. Lee Ryby is there. I don't know what group Lee Ryby's in or what run he's doing. We seem to have a bit of a crossover of chat. So we've got chat coming in from all different areas of Zwift. Buenaventura says, regards from Montrose in Scotland. If you don't know, Buenaventura works on the oil rigs up there in Scotland. Marcus Holmes, my Wahoo ticker strap broke, oh no! Well, interestingly, my birthday present to Victoria was a heart rate strap. How romantic am I, eh? Victoria quite likes the fact that when I use this heart rate strap on my Garmin watch, it gives me left-right balance, ground contact time, left-right balance, so it can tell you whether you're favouring one foot over another. And Victoria's quite interested to see what hers is like. So rather than borrow my heart rate strap all the time, she can now use her own. Kenneth Duddle says, happy birthday Victoria, hope you had a fantastic day. She did have a fantastic day because I was there. Tina Beard's over in Group C, hello Tina. And Debbie says, Paul Deering's birthday is on Friday. I did, John, I got Victoria an HRM Run, and that's the one with the red covering. So the one I've got is the one with the yellow covering, and I've got Victoria the one with the red covering. Amy says happy birthday Victoria, and Amy's in Group B tonight. Good luck Amy, enjoy. Do you know what, I did consider joining Group B tonight actually because of my run this morning. Just felt I might be a bit tired, but I noticed how many people had joined Group A, so I thought it'd be prudent of me to run with the guys really. Well, but Ace Ventura says, I hope you gave Victoria some flowers. Do you know what? I have to say I didn't. She got flowers from me for, was it Mother's Day or was it our anniversary? A couple of weeks ago anyway. I think it was the anniversary of us first meeting. And I bought her some flowers then. I think I also bought some flowers for Mother's Day as well. So I think I've done okay with the flowers. I didn't get her any today. Amy says, one day I'll be in Group A. You will, Amy. Do you know what? I think you could do Group A. Oh no, Ian Matthews. I was going to join tonight. Mrs. Matthews found a lost dog while out running. Had to walk around the village looking for the owner. Oh, blimey. Well, I hope you found the owner. Okay, we are into the first set. John Shaw says, Amy, you could do Group A easy peasy. Yeah, I agree. I think she could. So yeah, we're into the first set now. So from now on, it's basically just 1 kilometre, and then we speed up after every kilometre. And the idea of progressive runs if you don't know, is that it just teaches you a better way to run. A lot of people start their runs and they go blasting out really quick, and then they gradually fade and get slower and slower as they get more and more tired. So what progressive runs do is it basically teaches you to do the opposite. Start relatively comfortably, relatively slowly, and build yourself into the run and get quicker and quicker. Now that's not necessarily the way you should race, but it just teaches your body that even when you're tired, at the end of a run, you can go faster than you went at the start. Paul Hayward says first time in Group A for years, apparently. Well, it's good to have you in Group A with us, Paul.
Right on!
Right, I'm going to have to do something about my buttons, my effects buttons, because now that I've got this new setup, this left-hand button here, hang on. You see I've got these two, see I've got these two sets of buttons, this one on the left here, this one on the right. Well, this one on the left constantly now shorts itself. Whenever I press it, it shorts out, even more than it used to. And it's really frustrating. So I'm just left with one set of buttons. So I'm going to have to do some work on that and find out why it keeps shorting out. Okay, about 40 minutes left of the run. We're 2.3 kilometres in. Yes, Salim, I do find that there's a lot of static in the room, and it's often because of my shoes and the treadmill. It just generates static electricity. The problem being, I can't seem to get rid of the static, and it shorts out one of my sets of buttons, but only one though, not the other one. It's very odd, because the other one hardly ever shorts out. I used to have it as well, that if I touched my microphone, the microphone would short out. But that doesn't seem to happen these days. Thanks for the ride-ons, by the way. Salim, I don't think so. Well, unless you ground yourself. I think if you attach some copper wire to yourself and ground that to the floor, you could probably discharge all the static that you build up, but it's not very practical, unfortunately. Yeah, well, there is that, Andrew. Andrew says, how about an anti-static band? I haven't looked into that yet, so that might be worth pursuing, Andrew. Yes. Okay, second main kilometre. We've got 8 kilometres left of the run, and we're up to 12.3 kilometres an hour now. So just gradually increasing the pace. Carl Barron, good evening to you. Paul Cotterill says that I read today that a rubber treadmill mat is best for static. What, best for making static? I don't want that. I'll tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. I always remember when I was a teenager, you know when you're a teenager you get spots, and I had quite a few as a teenager, and I told my friend, I said to my friend, oh, I've got some cream for my spots, and he said, oh, is that how you get them? Which I thought was a very quick, clever response. Yeah, Andrew Usher says, I'm getting a lot of static with the Noble Pro. I think treadmills in general just tend to make you build up quite a lot of static, just the way it is. So yeah, it might be worth trying an anti-static band. Buenaventura says ESD strap required. Yeah, I assume that's the same as an anti-static band. And also, yes, the shoes. So I had recently a pair of Hoka Carbon X that I tried out. I didn't like them, so I sent them back, but it was interesting that those shoes seem to create more static than these shoes. If I keep talking like this, my heart rate's going to go through the roof by the end, isn't it? Tracy Watkiss, good evening. And she says, happy birthday, Victoria. Thank you on her behalf. She's only 28. 28 today. Still looks good on it. So a nice little pack, all running together. We've got somebody called Bois from Spain who's actually in Group C, but running with us as well. Hello. And Paul Deering is being hilarious as usual. He says, I put soil in my trainers to earth them, to earth me, but I have to weed them weekly now. So yeah, not a good idea. Putting soil in your trainers might well earth you, but you do need to water them and weed the plants every so often. It's more hassle than it's worth, I would have thought. Oh, there's Amy Green and Debbie Colville, look, up ahead in Group B. There they are. Just gone off the screen again now. I've got a brief flash of Amy and Debbie. Marquez from Portugal is up there ahead of us, 2.5 minutes ahead already. So he's going crazy. Schaefer just up there. Wyatt, myself, Paul Hayward, Paul Blakemore, Clive Finnimore, Chabot from France, Saline Adrian from France, John Shaw. I think it's Adrian Dwight, I'm not entirely sure. And Baena, also from Portugal. So we are sandwiched between Portugal. And here we go with the next kilometre, up to 12.6 kilometres per hour now. Oh, it's a low blow from Victoria on her birthday. A low blow. She says, I may not be 28, but I'm still too young for the vaccine. She hits me where it hurts. Less than 7k to go of Monday Run Club. And every kilometre we're going to get quicker. Apart from the last one, actually. We have a cool down on the last one, I think. Oh, Salim, you'll be her friend for life. She says, Salim says she seems 28. Maybe in her brain. Good evening, Dan. Hello, Dan Mapp. So your warm up to the week. Monday Run Club. Relatively relaxed. 10 or 11k. Right, Paul Hayward is now jumping on the bandwagon. He says Victoria looks younger than her avatar. Don't give me that. You're all trying to wheedle into her good books now. Make me look bad. Listen, I've been a quality husband today. Quality husband. Monica says she's also too young for the vaccine. Yeah, but all you kids who are too young for the vaccine, you can't go on holiday. No. All us, we've been vaccinated. We've got our passports. We can go anywhere now. Nobody cares. We're allowed to go anywhere we like. Because we are clear. Don't you try and say that you're younger than 50, Debbie Colville. Paul's told me all about you. Pretending you're 38. And in fact you're 52. I know. Right, I don't know what Jonathan Cost is on about. He says, this session is great for medium ability runners like me to get a 10k PB. Get off with you. Jonathan, you're not medium ability, for goodness sake. If you can hang in Group A, you are above medium ability. Stop putting yourself down. Oh, Thomas Heldorn's back there. John Farrell, hello guys. Oh, Theo, is it Theo Heldorn? Sorry. Right. So, me saying that all us guys with the vaccine, we can go anywhere we want now because we're clear. Monica says that's what all the geriatrics say. Another stab below the belt there, right into the area where it hurts. Cruel. Just uncalled for. Oh, that's also true, Carol, yeah. All those who haven't yet had the vaccine will get all the rubbish vaccines at the bottom of the barrel. All the vaccines that don't work. They'll be the only ones left for you guys. You'll be getting the Barnsley vaccine. The Delaware vaccine. That's what you're all getting. You're all getting the North Korean vaccine. The Sputnik vaccine. Yeah, you're all getting the Sputnik vaccine. Right, 6 kilometres to go. And up we go to 12.9 kilometres per hour now. Like I said, it doesn't get any slower. It only gets quicker. But should still be relatively comfortable for most people, whether you're in Group A, B, C or D. Monday Run Club should not be an overly taxing workout. It's just a nice warm-up to the week. You'll be back on soon, Monica. Don't you worry. Right, less than half an hour left of Monday Run Club now. 26 minutes probably, something like that. And because it's Victoria's birthday, it is curry night. Monday night is curry night tonight for Stephen and Victoria. So Victoria's going for, actually I can't remember what Victoria's ordered. I'm going for my usual chicken vindaloo. So I'll be in trouble for tomorrow morning's Film My Run 500 climb. I'll have to keep nipping off to the toilet in the middle. I think Victoria's ordered a Balti. Yeah, vegetable Balti I think Victoria's ordered. Steve Milne says he's getting the Aldi vaccine. Yeah, the Lidl vaccine is on the way very soon. Oh, there you go, Victoria has confirmed. Vegetable balti with mushroom rice. Obviously it was a choice of Victoria usually does the cooking, so she can have tonight off. No cooking for Victoria tonight, so it's a choice of Stephen does the cooking, one of the children does the cooking, or we order takeaway. You know, it's not really a choice, is it? It's not really a choice. Well, I'm not going to talk about the cake because that's embarrassing. Okay, look, I'll tell you, but don't have a go at me, alright? Do not have a go at me. Victoria has not had a birthday cake on her birthday for the last 9 years. So, I said, well, I planned to buy one. I wasn't going to make one, that would be a disaster. But I was going to buy Victoria a birthday cake. But before I'd had the chance to go to the shop and buy one, Victoria said that her and my daughter Elsa were going to make one. So essentially, Victoria is actually making her own birthday cake as we speak. Yeah, no restaurants open here, Monica. We're technically still in lockdown. Andrew Usher says, let's hope the Aldi vaccine is injected slower than the speed they throw food through the scanner. No, it's not 12 years, Victoria. Not 12, surely it's not 12 years. Oh yeah, we'll have candles, Right, just 5 kilometres left now of Monday Run Club. About 23 minutes left of running. So here we go through the arch. Every time you go through an arch, that means that something is happening when you're in workout mode on Zwift. So there we go through the arch, and the instructions. You see the instructions on the left-hand side of the screen? If you're new to Zwift, that tells you everything you need to know. So we're increasing the speed to 13.2 kilometres an hour for 1 kilometre. And thank you for the ride-ons that are dropping, by the way, guys.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride-on.
John Hepplewhite, fresh from his first ever marathon a week ago on Zwift. Well done, John. Okay, so Monica, are you saying that my job for tomorrow is to package up many slices of cake and send it out to you lot? Is that what I'm doing tomorrow? Wow. So some US states apparently not even mandating masks at the moment. But it's tough, it's difficult to know what the situation is across the world. See, in the UK here, we are still coming down. So cases and deaths are dropping. Whereas in Europe, in the rest of Europe, they're actually starting a third spike. So there is a bit of a worry that that might happen here as well. We're just hoping that we have enough people vaccinated for it not to happen, because over half the adult population in the UK are now vaccinated. So we have a roadmap for coming out of lockdown. So we're just hoping that we can stick to that. But there are no guarantees, and I mean, I've no idea what it's like in the US and how bad it is or how good it is over your side. Marcus Holmes is all in for takeaway, yeah. Takeaway for the win, Marcus Holmes said a few minutes ago. So he's up for it. Okay, I see. Got a bit of a job on tomorrow. Who wants cake tomorrow then? Or who wants cake posted out to the far corners of the earth? Australia? Anyone in Australia want cake? Right, does that mean Monica wants like 3 slices of cake? I could show you a picture of cake. Would that help? A picture of cake might make you salivate. Right, legs seem to be nice and loose again now. They were a bit tight at the beginning, having already run this morning with Mrs. Cousins. So coming up to 3 more kilometres of increase, and then we've got a 1 kilometre cool down at the end. Here we go, up to 13.5 kilometres per hour now for another kilometre. Yeah, Salim says it's not a real cool down. No, is this the one that just keeps you at the same speed all the time? Or is this the one that tells you to go faster? Even... Yeah, actually, you might be right. This might be the one that tells you to go even faster for another kilometre. Rubbish. Ace Ventura says he's going to give me a recipe for a good cake. He says, I know you can cook. Oh, you take your life in your hands there, Ace. So I think this is where people in Group B split off. So up until now, I think Group A and B have been doing the same speed. I think this is where Group A goes a little bit quicker now. Carol Rushworth says, Debbie Colville, are you running at 12 kilometres an hour? Because it must be hard with a glass of wine in your hand. No, Carol, she has it in what are they called? A camelback. She's got in a camelback and she's got a tube into her mouth. It's dead easy. Debbie says attempting it, Carol, so maybe she has got a glass of wine then. Well, that is good going. You are a trooper, Debbie. Are we having fun yet? Yes, of course we can see you, Debbie. The magic of Zwift. Paul Haywood says he's hanging on for dear life. Come on, Paul. Come on. And Tina, I said, are we having fun yet? Tina says no. Apparently not. Come on, not far to go now, guys. 15 minutes, 14 minutes of hard work. Come on. Carol, I have got that image in my head now. Amy's legs aren't agreeing with her tonight. Tina Beard's dinner is coming back. This is not good, guys. Not good. Come on, mental focus. Mental focus. Just 2 or 3 kilometres left now. Hold it together. And up we go to 13.8, Group A. Up to 13.8 now. Paul Deering and Paul Haywood are going to share a taxi home. Both feeling it, by the sounds of it. Jonathan Cost says, come on Paul H, well done. Yeah, and come on Amy, come on Tina. Let's get this done. You've got this, you know you have. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Marcus Holmes says, look at Stephen, he feels great. Well, again, I'm going to say it again. It's all about making it look like you feel great on the outside, even if you feel terrible on the inside. If you look good on the outside, that means you've got good form, you're breathing easy, your muscles are relaxed, your head is up, you're smiling, as Amy reminds us. Smile when you're running and lock that negativity away. Focus. Make sure everyone's looking at you going, wow, they look strong. They look like they are relaxed and comfortable. Because the chances are that means that you're conserving energy, and the energy you're using is being used in the right places where it needs to be. So keep looking good, guys. 11 minutes left of Monday Run Club for Group A. 11 minutes. And only one more pace increase now, with 2.5k to go. Buenaventura says, what about the last update? Well, most of it was for cyclists, a lot to do with pack dynamics, so how riders move within a pack has changed a lot. But we do now have a really good feature of not having to be kicked out of the game at the end of a run. So you click save and then you go back to the menu, where if you want to, you can start again. Which is all good. But it does mean we have an extra button to press, because then we have to press exit to get out of the game. I mean, what a pain in the backside is that? We've been complaining about this for 6 years. Finally get it. And now we're complaining that we have to press another button.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Paul Shaffy, thanks for the ride on, buddy. And Marcus Holmes, thank you guys. So just relax those shoulders. Head up. Make sure you're breathing comfortably. Let the treadmill do the work. 9 more minutes to go. All your extremities moving forward. Hands pointing forward. Toes pointing forward. And up we go. 14.1. To go. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. 7 minutes to go. And 1 mile to go. 1 mile left. If you know anyone, by the way, who has a treadmill and isn't on Zwift, do give them a nudge in our direction. It's easy to forget that in the UK, certainly people are still in lockdown, and some people are still stuck at home more than they'd like. If you have a treadmill, if you know somebody who's got a treadmill, invite them to Zwift, invite them to join us. Always good to spread the word. Always good to get more people on board. So 300 metres to go before the cool down, which Salim reminds us is probably not a cool down. And we're heading out towards the volcano. Right, time to drop some ride-ons. Well done everybody in Group A, good job guys. Great work. I can't see anyone else in any other groups, I'm afraid guys, sorry. I would drop ride-ons, but there's nobody else appearing. And there we go. Staying at 14.1 though. No let up. Keep it going. Jonathan Cost says keep up the speed during the cool down. All get that PB. Right, in the middle of the screen it says hope you enjoyed that. Well, we're still enjoying it. We're still going. You speak as though it's the end. We've still got 800 metres to go. Come on, Paul. Got this. Come on, Tina and Amy. Okay, we are cooling down now. 13.6. I don't know if Paul has to keep going to get his PB. So we might just gradually slow down a bit now. But if anyone's going for a PB, just keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's 10k done. 600 metres to go. Well done, Salim. Salim's hit his daily target today. And we can drop down to 13.1 now. Sorry for what? You haven't got to be sorry for anything, Salim, I don't think. Two minutes to go. 10k target, that's fine. Who cares about that? A TV guy, yes, I was going to check that out actually. So he says, TV Guy AU says, check out the running channel workout on Zwift. It's warm up and then ramp up to max effort and then a cool down. Yeah, I think I would like to try that actually. So maybe we should set a date and time to all do the running channel workout. Although perhaps not this week. Maybe, well, maybe at the weekend. We're doing a fast Wednesday, so that's going to be a hard effort on Wednesday. Steve Milne says, I really enjoyed that. Well done, Steve. Good job, buddy. 1 minute left, 200 metres. Nice one, Jonathan. Jonathan says, I tried a relatively fast one in last night's Zwift race series. Still got pain, but happy that I'm not threatening permanent injury. Good. Well done, buddy.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on.
Thank you, Aaron. Aaron Francie there. Thank you for the ride on. Oh, just short of 100 ride-ons. Look at that, 98 ride-ons. Tina Beard says, well done, Steve Milne. Steve Smith says, great run, workout people, have an awesome week. Victoria says, well done all. Happy birthday, Victoria. And there we are done. Oh. Look at all those heart rate dips. Look at all those dips in my heart rate. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, look at that. All those dips as my heart rate gradually increases and I get all those regular dips. Right, max heart rate 158, max speed 14.1, and we're done at 10.6. I think some other people are just running on to make it 11 kilometres. I'm not quite that OCD. I do get OCD sometimes, but not today. I'm not worried about making it up to 11k today. Quite happy with my run this morning and run tonight. Funnily enough, my run today, all my running today has equalled what I did for the whole of last week. So last week I did about 40 kilometres last week, and we've done 40 kilometres today. Kev France says, what treadmill are you using? It is the My Run treadmill by Techno Gym. It's a treadmill called the My Run, and it's made by a company called Techno Gym. Very simple treadmill, no bells and whistles. There's no, you know, like the Noble Pro over there has got a screen with Netflix and YouTube and an app and all this kind of stuff that you can. It's very fancy, very nice. But the My Run is very basic, just speed, incline, pretty much. That's it. But quality deck and belt and very reliable speed. Jonathan Cost says, you must be the only one who has those dips. Well, maybe I am, yeah. Maybe I'm the only person in the world who has those regular heart rate dips. I mean, I am, you know, that's what I'm using. It is the most expensive chest strap on the market other than medical grade chest straps. So I'm, you know, it is reliable. So I must be, they are real. It happens outdoors as well. You can go and check my Strava for my outdoor runs as well, and it happens outdoors as well. Theo Heldorn, thank you very much for the ride on, and Urquhart as well, thank you guys. Right, Seb says, see you tomorrow for the Film My Run 500. Yes, so tomorrow morning we're back bright and early. Well, not that early to be honest. 9:35 UK time. 9:35 for the Film My Run 500, a 500 metre climb. We stick the treadmill at 12% incline. If you've never done it before, don't be frightened. We start very slowly, very slowly. I'm talking about 5.5 kilometres an hour. So today you saw us going at 14 kilometres an hour. So tomorrow we start at 5.5 kilometres an hour. 5.5, that's slow. But we're setting the treadmill at 12% incline. And once we start, we don't stop. And we climb for 4.2 kilometres in distance, and that gets us to 500 metres worth of elevation. So if you want to have a go at that, join us on the Zwift Companion app. Look on the Zwift Companion app for the Film My Run 500 tomorrow morning, UK time, 9:35. And then tomorrow evening, let's have a look what we've got. So tomorrow evening, events. So this is the Zwift Companion app. You can go here to check out all the events that are coming up on Zwift. You can filter, there's all the cycling events, and then we click on the runner to filter for running. There are more filters you can do as well. You can filter for races or workouts or whatever. Right, tomorrow. So look, here we go. 9:35, there you go. 9:35, there is the Film My Run 500, and you click on the little plus icon there, and that will mean you are now joined and you are in the run for tomorrow. So there's that one, and then we go back and let's have a look for tomorrow evening. Run the World's Paris. I haven't done Paris yet. I need to do Paris. Let's do Run the World's Paris tomorrow, and that'll be our running for tomorrow done. So Paris tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock for me. I don't think, have I done Paris? Does anybody know? No, that's the only one I haven't done is Paris. So I'm going to do Paris tomorrow night. Run the World's Under Armour event tomorrow. Remember, if you're doing the Under Armour events, make sure you do all 5 of them, because you'll get entered into a prize draw to win goodies. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow morning, 9:35 for the Film My Run 500. If you can't make that, we'll see you at 6 p.m. UK time for the Under Armour Run the World's Paris event. Take care. Bye-bye.
Wow.